Yo, this video is about the life path numbers. How do you get your life path number? Shout out to Maria too. I was gonna do this video, but you sped the process up. But to get the life path number, so you gonna say for instance, your birthday was April the 13th, 2018. So your birthday April the 13th, 2018. So what you're gonna do is basically you're gonna add the month up, you're gonna add the day that you was born up, and if it's two numbers, you're gonna bring them together, and then after you bring them together, you're gonna reduce them, and you do the same thing with the year that you was born. So let me break it down. So 2018, you take 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, which is 11. So you're going to take that 11 and you're going to add them together. 1 plus 1, you reduce it. So it's a 2 now. So now you move over to the date because you done broke down the year as low as you can break it down. Now you go to the year. The day that you were born, which is the 13th. So you're going to add those two numbers together. You're going to add the 1 together and the 3 together, which is 4. So we just broke down the year to 11, and then we added the 1 and the 1 together, which is 2. And then we moved over to the day that you was born, which was the 13th, and we just added 1 and 3 together. So that's 4. Now the month you was born was in April. So that's already down to its lower form. It's a single digit. So that's 4 plus 4. So 4, the month was 4 April, plus the day is 4 now. Because remember it's the 13th, but you added the 1 and the 3 together, so you got 4 now. So 4 plus 4, that's 8. And then we going over to the year now. That was 11, but we broke it down to a single number. We added the 1 and the 1 together. So now that's a 2, right? So we got 4 plus 4 plus 2. So now we got 10. But in numerology, it's only 9 core numbers. It's only 9 core numbers. It's really 8, but when you adding up your life path number, it goes up to 9. It could go higher than that, but any number that doubles, if it's 11, if it's a 22, if it's a 33, any number that's a double, it doesn't get broken down. So if the year would have broke down, so say we broke down the month, the day, and the year, and after breaking it down, it comes down to a 44 or a 22 or 11. You leave it the way it is because it's a reason why you leave those numbers the way they are. Anything else gets broken down to the simplest form. So you will be a life path 1 because 4 plus 4 plus 2 equals 10, right? So we need to get it to a single number. So it's a 1 now. Take the 0 off, it's a 1. Every number has to be broken down to a single digit. After it's broken down to a single digit, you add all the numbers together, and then you break those numbers down to a single digit. So add your month up, your birth date, and the year. Add them all up together, and if they're not a double repeated number, like 11, 22, 33, 44, 66, if it's not a double number, then you break it down to a single number. So it could be just like we did with the day. It could be 13. You just break it down to 4. And that's how you find your life path. It's either going to be 1 through 9. I'm going to do the videos on the life path soon, but everybody has a life path. Everybody got a life path. Everybody has a certain vibration that you carrying around with you that we unaware of. Like, we unaware that we walk around in a certain vibration. That's why we attract everything. That's why everything is divine. Like we don't even realize everything that you're doing is already, like, it's by design. It's encoded within you. Everything that you attracting is encoded within you. Like, and I'm gonna get deeper into that, but right now the most important thing is just to get the life path number. And once you find that out, you know that will show you a lot of other things. If you running into narcissists, like that's some people's life path. You know what I mean? Because the energy that you putting out is people attracted to what the type of energy that you putting out. So you're gonna keep attracting the same people, and people don't understand why they're attracting the same stuff, because you are what you attract. And the whole time we be blaming somebody else, but it's really us. Like, and that's the proof that I found. This is proof. Like, everything that we're attracted to, it's a reason. It's encoded within us. Like, we give off a certain aura, a vibration, and the earth is like a magnet. Like, everything in this earth is like a magnet. Like, if you want to get something, you got to get on that frequency. But the beginning of it, like, I know I probably sound left field, but the beginning of it is the life path number. Once you read your life path and be like, oh my God, I've been in situations like this or doing things like this. Now you can see that you're actually being led on a certain path that you can't escape. We all are here on a path. They don't want people to know that because they need people to work for them. They want people to work for them. They want to manipulate people. Like, people are getting manipulated at an all-time high right now. And that's me. If I wanted to, I could really be manipulating people out here if I really want to. Because I see how they making this, how things is working. Like, it's just nothing but manipulation. And I can do that if I wanted to, but I'm choosing to share and give back. Like, I want to free people because that's my life path. It's no coincidence you came across my video if you're watching this. Because I just got out of a spiritual awakening, you know, on my spiritual journey. And, you know, I got a lot to talk about, a lot of experience to give. And just situations that I've been in is no coincidence. Now you can take the blame off of people. Like, people's whole lives are getting ran by blame and don't even know that that's not even the cause. You are the reason. Right? Until you change yourself, change your thoughts, shit, even change your damn name. Like, you really have to change everything. Like, because you're on a vibration. Your name is given a vibration, and your actual birthday is an actual vibration. It's an aura. So if you're unaware of that, then you're going to really be walking around here lost, just going with the flow. But once you realize what you're attracting and why you're attracting it, it just brings it just brings a whole new level to the game, to where you can quit putting blame on people and take full responsibility and really understand how God works. Because, you know, a lot of people we really don't know who God is, what God is. We really don't know, man. And that's sad. But it's not the end of the world. You know, people waking up. So that's what I want to do. Just keep waking up, people. Keep waking up, people, man. That's my life path. So that's what I'm here to do. So anybody that's, you know, interested in the numerology, it will be more videos coming. There will be a lot more videos coming. The next video, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the life path numbers 1 through 9. Me just breaking them down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get into some right now. So, basically, say for instance, like the life path 1. The life path 1 is basically like somebody that's here to basically do things in a new way. Basically start their own thing, do their own thing, their own way. 1 represents a new beginning. So, you know, a lot of people that's entrepreneurs and things like that, you know, people start new things, new inventions, stuff like that. A lot of people like that are life path 1s. They basically just the initiators. And then you have life path 2. So life path 2 is just basically, that's basically, 1 is the sun, 2 is basically feminine energy. 1, sun, that's masculine energy. 2 is feminine energy. So the 2 is basically just representing duality. You go from 1 to self into 2. Now it's looking out. Now we're looking at, partnerships and things like that, balancing out, relationships. And then we got 3, life path 3. Life path 3 is like the creativity type of people. Life path 3 are people that's just real creative, people that like to write, people that like to read, do a lot of different things, hair, clothing, authors, singers, poets, all type of things. Like they like to get real creative and build things. Like, so number 3 life paths are just like some very creative people. Like very, very creative. They love to talk, real talkative. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Real talkative. What else? So yeah, 3 just basically represents the creation. 1 is the male, 2 is the woman, 3 is basically the creation, the child. You know what I mean? And life path 3s have like a childlike aura about them, and they like to give people uplifting messages and things like that. And they also attract narcissists because, a lot of 3s are empaths. And 4s are more orderly, practical, workers. Those are the people you really got to tell to take a break, because they working 24/7 all the time, and not even just working as in, just working a job, but just in general, they just have a drive to just, get things done, to do things, to fulfill whatever needs to be fulfilled. That's what happens with 4s. 4s are like the homie type. 4s like really like to be home, and their home is everything to them, like a 4 person. Number 4 life path people get married early. Those are the type of people to get married early. And they're also the type to stay in a relationship too long. So that's another situation where a narcissist could be in a situation. So yeah, life path 5. That's pretty much just freedom of expression. Like people that just love to travel, people that don't like 9 to 5s and can't be held down. Same as with 3s. 3s don't like being held down or working 9 to 5s like that. They like to be their own creators, build their own jobs, things like that. And then we have life path 6, and that's the nurturer. That's basically like that motherly love. That's another masculine feminine energy. The 6 just represents the home and relationships, taking care of your family. It represents love. Lovers, Venus. So it's a thing where you will be more likely focused on your home and your relationship, things like that, and balancing things out. They're spiritual too. Spiritual, intellectual, as well as 5s. 5s love to talk about a lot of different things. 5s attract pretty much everybody because they're in the middle of all the numbers between 1 through 9. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Life path 7. 7 is the number of perfection. That's like that's a very spiritual number. So I would say 7 is like a semi-master number. Because they really take pride in intellectual topics. They like to look at ancient type of knowledge. They like esoteric, mysticism, things that's not out there in the forefront, like religions and things like that. People, the 7 life path, they're on the path of spirituality. And that's the people that might seem weird or a little off, but these are people that came to advance through their spirituality and get to know themselves on a deeper level. And a lot of life path 7s, you know, some people be addicted to alcohol. You know, they pretty much be depressed if they're too far into the physical. Like if they getting too far into the material world, they will want to eject their soul, because deep down inside they know that they're not here to indulge in all of this material things. Like your soul's smarter than you think. So now we got 8. 8 is basically manifestation. You know, a lot of 8s just got drive to produce material things, a lot of material wealth. Those are the people that like to have a lot of things. And as you see with the 8, you see the 2 circles, and if you turn it to the side, it's infinite. It keeps going. Now 8s are the ones that got a lot of body strength. They just keep going. You know, it's like a 4, but you know, more materialistic. It's abundance. It's an abundance number. Like they really, you know, are pretty much the manifestors out of all the numbers. Like a lot of people associate 8 with good luck, just because it brings money. But yeah, and as well as 8s, you know, 8s can be stubborn. You know, 8s have their own way of doing things. You know, they're really blunt. They're gonna let you know how they feel. Yeah, they just like to work. You know, they like to have things. They like to be comfortable. You know, it's like they like to work so they can get things that they want. They want to acquire all the things that they want. And 8s, you know, pretty much are like people that's pretty much, you know, they can be like independent as well. These are like people that can do good in, like, you know, office settings or whatnot. They like to do their own thing as well. They just like to create, but they definitely like to have things in a certain manner. And they, you know, they definitely got to have things their way as well. So 8 life path, you know, just deals with manifestation, balancing out the spiritual and the physical. It's balancing them both out. That's what the 2 circles represent, the spiritual and the physical. And they're on the path to balance out the spiritual and the physical, you know, and master this whole manifestation thing in abundance. And the life path 9, last but not least, life path 9 is basically, you know, they say 9 is a sacred number, so no letter was assigned to 9. All letters are assigned to a certain number, except from on the Chaldean, all the numbers, you know, all the letters is gonna reduce down to 1 through 8 when you dealing with people's names. But if it goes up to 9, you just leave it. But as far as 9 is a spiritual number. It's a spiritual life path. It's something like a 7, but it's pretty much accumulation of all the numbers, and that's how it is. Each number is just all the numbers that's under it. So 9 is just an accumulation of all the numbers 1 through 8, and it's spiritual. They are you know, selfless. They like to perform selfless help, selfless acts. They love to just help out. Their 9s are humanitarians. You know, so they like to make people feel good, and they could get too into giving to, they could give to another person so much that they lose themselves in the mix. And 9s are another path that get, you know, depressed and things like that when they get too far into the material, because this is a spiritual number. It was a sacred number, so they never assigned any letters to the number. But in the Chaldean chart, the Pythagorean, that's a different story. They threw a couple letters in. But I don't, you know, everybody got their own preference, you know. But yeah, life path 9, it's a mixture of all of them. Very creative, musical, artistic, spiritual, teachers, things like that of the sort. Something just like the 6s, the life path 6. Pretty much the same in a sense, you know. But yeah, very, very intuitive. A life path 9 is very intuitive, very sensitive to other people's energies. It's just like a 7 as well as a 6. 2s as well. You know, pretty much all the numbers pretty much have intuitive powers. You know, but it just takes practice. Some are definitely more than others. And then you have life path 11, which is a master number. And you got 22, which is a master number, and 33. But I will discuss those in another video. Right now, I just wanted to lay down a foundation of the life paths 1 through 9, just so people can get an understanding of it. It'll be a lot more videos. I know it might be a lot to take in, but it's definitely helpful. It'll help you in the long run. Trust me. Trust me.